What's up, YouTube? Back again with another video. The last video where I kind of showcased the M3 did pretty well. It got a lot of interactions, more than I expected. And in that video, I kind of said I would take some time and make another video where I highlighted the NSX and what I've kind of done to it so far. I did make a video a while back when I first got the car where I did some small stuff to it, but overall though it's kind of it definitely changed quite a bit. So the NSX is kind of an OEM plus build. Pretty much, I feel like if you just Google NSX in this gen, you kind of get a car that looks relatively similar. I think this is like the starter kit for it. A lot of the parts, like I said in the last video, are from Downforce, like the rear wing, the rear valance, the side skirts. I'll walk around in a second here, but yeah, it's a pretty OEM plus build. I guess we'll start from the rear here. So I do have the NSX-R replica spoiler from Downforce as well as their O2 rear valance. I like the O2 valance more so because it kind of lowers the car, especially where, in the, what came with the car, we didn't have this part here. This part was much more tapered, and it kind of just sat really high. So the O2 rear valance is definitely something that I think made the car look a little bit more aggressive, more modern. So one thing definitely different is I did get a taillight kit from Illumina Aesthetic, I think that's what they're called. So they made this really cool kit. I saw it and I had a local shop install it. I'll turn it on in a second once I get back to around and kind of show you, what the sequential looks like and what it looks like when it's just kind of running. It's definitely, I think the taillight kit definitely made the car a little bit more modern and more that retro look. The first video I made of the NSX, I think I put on CE28s. Actually, at the time, I had these Regas ordered, but it just took forever to get it made and shipped to me. So the NSX came with some Momo wheels that are super old, and it's just didn't look that good to me. So I just bought some CE28s and while waiting for the Regas. But definitely love the white on black look to it. It does get a little bit dirty, but it is what it is. So coming here, I have the Stacy side skirts from Downforce as well as their carbon splitter. Again, this is one of those where it kind of lowered the car with these side skirts, whereas the OEM ones kind of sits more tapered in and it kind of swoops inward, so it looks really high. But with the side skirts and the side splitter, it definitely makes the car sit a lot lower and a little bit more aggressive. So coming to the front here, I do have the NSX-R style hood. So this one's actually from Sebon and not Downforce. I think the easiest way to tell, the difference is how aggressive this swoop is. So the Sebon one is a little bit more mild, whereas the Downforce really caves inwards and almost looks like a waterfall. So I do have the GT style lip from Shine Auto. I don't know if this is a replica lip of some other authentic lip or anything like that. But from what I can tell, Shine Auto is the one that kind of really makes this style. There's a bunch of other lips out there, but I definitely like this one the most. Coming to the interior of it, really not much other than just having the Bride Stradias in here. So I really like these seats, especially because they're reclinable. I actually originally had Recaros in here, but when I got rid of the S2000, I had these seats, and I just felt like it's such a waste to get rid of them and not use them. So I just kind of swapped them out. Especially, I like the Stradia 2s way more than the 3s. Just felt wrong selling them. So I just figured I'll put them in the NSX instead. Pretty much, not much really in the interior other than seats. I do have a nav pod, which kind of sits right up here. So eventually I'm hoping to kind of put a head unit so that I can get some, Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, and, maybe a backup camera because I can't see out of this car. Let me walk around the other side here. Turn on the headlights for you guys so you can see it. So this is kind of how the taillights look. You kind of have like a diffused strip of LEDs going around. And if you actually search up video of what the OEM looks like, they're just kind of like blocks, and it's just kind of solid. And it'll just, the OEM one definitely looks dated, but the aftermarket one for sure brings this, to the, the modern day. So that's how the sequential looks like. I do have a brake light here as well, so there's another strip that turns on when I brake. And then this is of course, the reverse light as well. So with the engine bay, it's pretty much stock. I haven't really done much to it. So normally the engine cover is solid, so you can't really see through the glass hatch. But a couple of my buddies, they got me this Route KS engine cover, which is really cool because it comes with this like plastic glass, like plexiglass, which allows me to kind of see through the engine bay. So I got this titanium strut bar from Foundry. So it's really cool to be able to, especially go to a car meet or anything, and people can just see through and see the engines in the rear and see all these compartments. So it came with this K&N intake here. So just really an open filter. So I actually just bought this Group M intake. So it's a carbon piece. So I'll eventually install this. Maybe I'll make a video for you guys on it. But take this out of the bag. So eventually, hopefully, the intake here will be replaced, and then we'll get to kind of have the carbon showing through the engine cover, which will be really cool. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much the car. Like I said, it's a very OEM plus build, so there's really not much to it. I don't think I have any other plans other than just like dress up goodies like the intake. Maybe a exhaust in the future. I think this is a current contact setup, so I do want to do like a Pride exhaust where I have the burnt tip. I think it would look really good with the, with the black. Maybe like a little diffuser. But this is pretty much it, guys. Hope I can make a little bit more videos, especially maybe some like POV driving. Maybe some rollers, just to make some content. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the car, and I'll see you guys in the next video.